Let's get set up and let's get going. Welcome to another. I'm changing it up just a little bit. I'm going to call it a wonderful winning Wednesday. So enjoy the music while I set up a couple of things and we'll get started shortly. All right. Hey, folks, I missed you last week. Last week, I had a session where I was at the Virginia Small Business Development Corporation, and I was attending a session that basically talked about how small business owners can leverage a government entity to obtain financing for their businesses, right? So the entity is named the Virginia Small Business Financing Authority or Finance Authority. And they have some really good programs, especially if you are a veteran. For veterans, right, they are offering their microloan program, right, is offering loans up to 150,000, 5 years unsecured and 7 years secured, right? But this is the thing that got me really excited. It's at a fixed interest rate of 5.5%. And it gets even better if you are a veteran. If you are a veteran, you're going to be offered a 3% interest rate that is fixed. I don't know, but that is today below the treasury. Literally, you are basically able to get and secure financing using this government program to fund and start your business. I ask myself, why doesn't every entrepreneur, small business owner know more about this program? And why is it a hidden gem? Now, of course, I reside in the state of Virginia. So the program is for Virginia, but I was also on a call the other day where I heard, but I haven't researched whether or not if there is a federal program that offers a similar type of requirements, et cetera, right, in order to be able to start up this program. One of the things that we try not to do when we're starting our business is we don't want to have too much debt, right, where we are providing a personal guarantee, right? The personal guarantee is going to be there should the business not be successful. They are actually going to come to you and have that question about how does this loan get repaid. It's the same exact thing with this loan program that I've identified, right? But the difference is that you have more of an opportunity to get approved for this loan program, right? Um, if you're there. There was one thing that I also wanted to share with you because you have to have a credit score. I believe the credit score was a 620 was one of the baseline requirements that was there. Right? So if you have and or need access to financing for your small business, one of the things that we talk about here on a weekly basis is how can you get access to capital on the best terms. This may be a hidden gem that you could take advantage of as you are developing your business plan, as you are looking for capital to fund your business, right? Start your business, have access to working capital, or if you're using them, or if you want to use the monies for equipment purchases. This just makes makes a whole lot of sense to me, and I hope that it makes sense to you, and I hope I brought you guys some value just the same. When it comes to what's going on in the economy, right? I think the economy overall is trending very well. Yesterday was a brutal day. As a matter of fact, I believe on Monday and Tuesday, the stock market lost nearly 12, 1,300 points. And I don't know if it was a direct result of the tariffs actually going live for Canada, Mexico, and China, but I believe that that was an ingredient into the market basically tanking for the most part. But we kind of sort of got good news last Friday when the Federal Reserve released the fact that the personal consumption expenditures or the PCE met projections, right? So inflation is, it's falling just a little bit on a year over year basis. It went from 2.6 to 2.5, which I believe is a pretty good thing. And uh, last week, my BNI member, his name is Glendon. He's actually the president for the chapter where I attend. He made a quick announcement that said, "Hey, interest rates are the lowest that they've been in the last 2 months," I believe is what I heard him say. He could have said 2 months or last couple of months or few months, right? And for those who are looking to purchase their home, this might be an opportune time to go in and purchase that home, because one of the things that we know is that you buy real estate and wait. You don't wait to buy real estate. I think it was my friend David Pena who actually was the last one that I saw who actually used that statement before, right? But let's just have a quick conversation about it. If you are in the market for a home, right? This could be a pretty good time for you to get in, because what I read or what I saw is that the National Association of Realtors, NAR, said that pending home sales, right, fell for 2 straight months, and it declined from December to January by 4.6%. Right? So if you are in the market and pending home sales are there, that means that you wouldn't be in a situation where you are having to get into a bidding war for homes. But what I didn't get out of this report, and I'll now research this report and other reports, is to determine whether or not if we have an inventory problem as well, right? So pending home sales could be down, right? But also, if there isn't a lot of inventory, there could be some balance in the market just the same. but we got to figure that out. If you need to buy a home at this point in time, you need to buy a home at this point in time. So you just have to prepare yourself for what's going on there. But I do see that there might be an opportunity in new homes, right? Because although, the number was, I think it said at the end of January, there were 495,000 new homes available for sale, right? But when you're purchasing new homes, right, you have to look at the number that are actually complete and ready for sale. So out of that 495,000, only 115,000 were complete. So that means the rest were either under construction or not yet started. The reason why I bring this bit of advice to you is because when it comes to value investment partners, in our coaching, in the programs that we have attended or sponsored, we believe that one of the ways to build wealth or generational wealth is through home purchases, right? Because that home is definitely going to appreciate in value. So let's just use a scenario here, and I have spoken about this on past go lives whereby, let's just say you were in the Northern Virginia area, but you could also be in another top 10 MSA, and you had to purchase a home for $600,000, right? The average across the United States is 4% appreciation on that home. So what does that mean? That means that that home will have gone up in value about $24,000, give or take, right, over that 1 year span. That $24,000, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that $24,000, right, is now equity that you have in that home, right? Which means that your wealth has increased by that amount. To me, that just makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. So if you are in the market, I remember when Omni Casey, he has a presentation, and I'm really looking forward to uh, that presentation. But he has a slide where he talks about in 1970, there were news articles that were written about the fact that home prices were too high, right? But then he has a series where he goes to 1980, another Times Magazine or People's Magazine says the same exact thing. But it was too high in 1970 and now it's too high in 1980. I can almost guarantee you, like I would bet all of the monies that I have that anyone would purchase a home today in, whether it's Washington, D.C., it's Baltimore, it's New York, anybody would purchase that home today with the 1990s or not year prices. I could promise you that for sure. I'll bet money to that. So that's all that I had for today. Miss Eunice J is not available to be with us today. So I'm going to keep it short. But what I wanted to say to you all, you guys know that I have partnered up with Omni Casey for the Cash Flow Breakfast Club Loudon. And although we had a meeting about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks, yeah, last week on a Wednesday, we go live on the second Tuesday of the month. So what does that mean? That means for you, we will be meeting in person in Ashburn at 5:45. If you are on Meetup, we still have space so that you would be able to join us. And basically, what I want you to do, if you are a real estate investor, seasoned or novice, come into the room so that you can get a free education about how all of this works, right? You have people in there who are brand new, some college graduates, recent college graduates who they've been watching HGTV. I love HGTV just because HGTV helps people to get all of this started, get the brain firing on these ideas. But more so than anything else is it shows you that there is an exit path. And my mission in life is to help others to realize that there is an exit path, right, from the 9 to 5, but they don't have to exit when they're 59 and a half. There are paths, there are alternatives to go in that route. So I'm gonna be out for this, as I am now calling it, this wonderful winning Wednesday. We were going with wonderful Wednesdays, but I like wonderful winning Wednesday. There was a gentleman when I was in South Africa. Um, he would always ask, "Are you winning?" And I just thought of that concept as I was thinking about this the other day. So I wanted to jump on really quickly and share that thought with you. Guess what? The economy is going to be what the economy is, right? We need to do what we need to do as investors, as small business owners. We need to do what we need to do to advance our businesses, that 1%. As James Clear said in Atomic Habits, if you make 1% improvements, you'll be 37 times better at the end of the year. So, with that, I'm going to go off live. I want to thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, just send me a chat, send me a DM, whatever it is that you have, and we'll get it taken care of. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.